Gabe went and got this one. South Georgia loggerhead musk turtle, first turtle of the day. Always glad to see these guys. And I'm always glad when they were my first turtle. Seems a pretty common pattern for me with the habitats I get into is that these guys are the first ones I see. So let's let him go back into his little stream. Adios, buddy. And continue the search for another rare turtle. Turtle is right here. Got an older yellow-bellied slider. Let's take a look at this gal. Look at that, nice big dome. That is an old female yellow belly slider. Such a cool shape. These guys, even though they're common, they're still a really cool turtle. Look at that, she's got some defensive behavior. So we're gonna let her go as well. She was right next to the loggerhead musk. So see you later, girl. All right, I picked this spiny soft shell up off the bottom. He seemed occupied, and what I didn't know is that he was eating a hellgrammite. So that's really cool to see this turtle actually eating what it naturally eats in the environment. So since he's got a hold of this meal, I really don't want to bother him too much. So I want to let him go and let him be able to finish this meal. He's still hanging on to it, so I know he still wants it. So we'll let him go and he can finish that. Sorry, buddy, I didn't know you were eating, so hopefully he'll be okay. Looks like he's gonna try and find a place to hide. So really cool as far as getting to see what them actually eat those. Hellgrammites are actually a pretty popular food item. I know that little alligator snappers eat them, musk turtles, softshell turtles. So really cool to see. Feel a little bad that I picked him up while he was eating, but I didn't even know. But there's hellgrammites under all of these rocks. So those are one of the most abundant invertebrates in this creek. So he's no doubt gonna find another one. And I'm just glad I was able to show you guys what male softshell turtles like to eat in the wild. Got another one. See, I think this one's still actively foraging, so I'm not gonna move, and we'll see if we can actually watch it get something to eat. You can kind of see the little trail it's left going across the bottom. It's kind of plowing his nose along the bottom and sniffing the bottom, looking for stuff to eat. Probably looking for like a small clam or something in the sand. He's gonna work his way upstream. I think he just noticed me. I think the jig is up. Yeah, he noticed me now. He's like kind of uncomfortable. So let's get him in hand real quick. Take a look at him and let him go. I got you, buddy. Yep, small female. Neat little shape to her. Got a little bit of defensive behavior, which is normal. And let's just let her go. Back to where she was. Gonna go probably up into that bank. It's a good spot to hide. All right, just up from the one I just released. Here's another one sitting in the middle. Looks like another female. Let's see if I'm right. Looks like female from the top. It's a female. Pretty cool. It's good to see that these guys are out and good to see that they're abundant. Look at that damage to the back of the shell. Wow. These turtles can go take a licking and keep on ticking. All right, another day out in the streams, another loggerhead in hand. This one was caught by my buddy Gabe. He has a channel called Nature With Gabe. I'm gonna put a link to his channel right up here and click that link and check his channel out. And yeah, loggerheads. So we've got some turtles in hand, and we're gonna see how many we get today. Look at the jaw muscles on that girl. That is awesome. I'm just gonna let Gabe let her go. I don't know if you need a clip of it, but
it's all good. I took over.
All right, so right by the golf course, me and Gabe got a good size female spiny soft shell. As you can see, that is a big girl. Probably on the upper end of what these guys can get. I've seen a little bit bigger, but this is about average size for a full-grown female. You're looking at probably a 17 or 18 inch turtle, probably about 15 pounds, maybe more, maybe a little less. But a beautiful example of what these turtles are and what they can grow to be. You can see really clearly those fleshy lips covering the jaws, that long snorkel nose, and the spinies have that little divider inside the septum. Smooth soft shells don't have that. The paddle-like limbs. This is one of the things that's so cool about them is I just love those little paddles that they've evolved to have to make it so that they can swim through the water quickly. And that, you know, that of course that leathery shell. She's trying to bite my fingers. They're smart enough to know my fingers from the phone. But just a good catch. And I think that was like the goal for the day. So I'm pretty stoked. I was glad I was able to, you know, show Gabe one of these turtles. It's one of my favorites, one of his favorites, and one of the coolest turtles that we have, you know, here in the state of Georgia. So I'm gonna get some photos and let this go. All right, here's the release. Let this beautiful turtle go back into its creek. And there she goes, like a rocket. And then she's gonna immediately find a place to bury herself somewhere. She goes. Cool. So cool. All right, I had to jump on this nice river cooter, and he like zipped out of here and then ran right into Gabe's legs, and I had to dive on him. So that was a pretty fun catch. Good size male river cooter too. I mean, easily a 12-inch turtle, and on the upper end of what a male can reach. So 2 big turtles today, which is really awesome. And he has a little bit of reticulate melanism going on with his front legs. You can see that, you know, just like sliders will turn dark, river cooters will sometimes get a little bit of this reticulate pattern as they get older, but they usually don't turn black. It'll just get like kind of a weird funk to their pattern, but I think it looks tight and it makes this guy look like a real pimp.
All right, so we're gonna release this turtle exactly where we found it, right here by this little log jam in the water.
He took off like he knew he was going to. All right, so back out here doing another night mission for turtles. My favorite way to look. Gabe already found one, and sounds like maybe he got a map turtle, so it'll be interesting to see. He's on the other side of the creek, so we're gonna cross this rock area, meet in the middle, and we'll see what kind of turtle that Gabe found. But this is an area that's pretty well known for barbours map turtles, so pretty good chance that is what he found. There's also a whole lot of other turtle species here, and gonna keep on looking pretty late into the night, see what we get. This place is always really productive, just a great area, and I'm really excited. All right, so Gabe did it. He found a barbours map turtle, a little last year's hatchling. Looking good, that cool looking little sawback, cool looking shell. And these guys are, you know, they get locally abundant. They are a protected species in Georgia, but in places where they exist, they tend to exist in pretty good numbers. And this is a spot where I always find them, so pretty cool to see.
My in-hand lifer too, so that's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Coming out through the water. Not bad.
So right here, common musk turtle. We were sitting there filming the barbours map turtle, and basically right under it was this common musk turtle, aka stink pot, just hanging out in this mud. The stuff is really soft, and you can pretty much press your hand into it, and it goes down about 6 inches. And there's also these little snails that live in here, and they only come out at night. And during the day, they're actually hiding underneath this mud. So right now, everything's starting to kind of come out and move around. And pretty cool to see these two turtles side by side.
If only Patch Nose did that.
All right, well, that apparently panned out. We got this male first, found him foraging on the bottom. I believe this is one that I've caught before. I'll have to match up some of the details of his face and jaws. And then Max got this guy, this young female right here, and a really, really pretty turtle. Actually not young, she's probably 30, 40 years old. And then Gabe went and got this one. So yeah, 3 alligator snapping turtles in one night. And this guy's taking off down the creek. All right, so the way we found these turtles is they were digging on the bottom and just foraging for clams, so they don't even know we're coming. They're just face down, scratching away, trying to get those clams out of the bottom. So I'm taking a quick look around, see if there's any more. And if I find one, I'll grab it. And otherwise, we'll go back and get some more footage of those ones that we already caught. I do know that they're coming all the way up into this tree. So I'm hoping to see potentially another one in the area, but we might have found all of them. So that worked out really, really good. I was hoping that we would get some. You know, there's no guarantee with alligator snapping turtles. They, you know, they're on their own thing and they do what they want, and you know, there's no way you're gonna know what they're up to. So that worked out real well. I was hoping that I wouldn't miss out on this time of year. This is honestly the best time of year. This is the only time of year this even happens. These turtles are foraging and mating and just kind of gathering together. And the rest of the year, they're gonna be solitary. So it's a really neat time to really be able to observe some behaviors that you don't normally get to see, and that's honestly never really been covered. So we're getting to see something that's really special here, and I'm just really happy to be a part of it. And he's just gonna kind of mosey around down there in the water. And those are just some cool looking turtles. I mean, I don't know if it gets any better than that. It's always better to see them in the wild. I mean, they look way better than they look in any zoo or captive collection. I mean, those are some happy turtles. I'd say that's a successful night, right?
For sure. No words. Jeez. Bring that guy back up.
Good sized male. And just go right by my feet. In case you need a sense of scale, that's my foot. But yeah, just a big, big turtle. I love seeing them at this size and this age, seeing how they move through the water. They're actually pretty delicate the way they move through the water. And once they're in the water, they're completely tame. They're not a dangerous animal at all. He has no desire to, you know, inflict any damage upon me. You know, he's right next to my feet. And he knows it, and he doesn't care. This guy is just a big, you know, four-legged submarine. And just a really placid animal. They're really, really gentle. And it's just really cool to watch them move. What's up, buddy? He senses he's near me, and he just kind of casually moves off to the side. He makes no like real effort to get defensive or, you know, really anything as far as other than just he wants to kind of head back downstream. He's probably got a place he hides downstream where he wedges himself under a rock or a log. So I'll just kind of let him do that, man. Let them do what they naturally want to do. Watch them go over this. So gently, you know, just so gently. Right past my leg and into the dark.